Hello again, everybody. This is Brandon Peterson with another TechBiz tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a virtual machine installation of Linux. What is a virtual machine installation? Well, let's say I want to learn more about Linux and kind of learn the ins and outs of it, playing with the terminal and the command lines and all those type of things, but I don't want to install it on my computer, or I don't have another computer that I want to practice putting it in on, so I can use a virtual machine installation to kind of emulate that my computer is actually running Linux. So we're going to use two things for this today. First one is an Ubuntu disk image file. So I'll copy the link and I'm going to paste it into a internet browser. And I'm going to use the 32-bit, and I'm going to click download. It takes me to a screen that asks me if I want to donate, but you can also say not now, take me to the download, and it will start downloading automatically. And if it doesn't, you have a little link right there where you can save as from. Okay, then I'm going to go back to my Word document here, and I'm going to download the VirtualBox. And I'm going to go to this link, and I have Windows, so I'm going to click VirtualBox 5.0 for Windows host, and it's going to enter it into my downloads folder as well. Okay, so now we have both files downloaded, so I'm going to go to the Ubuntu image file and I'm going to go show in folder, and I'm going to actually move this file into my desktop so I can find it easily later. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my VirtualBox and I'm going to install the program. So I'm going to click Run. And I'm going to go to Next. We have the Setup Wizard. Click Next, and I do want the shortcuts and all of that information, so next again, and it asks me if I'm ready to proceed with installation. The installation wizard can take a few minutes as well, so you have to be a little bit patient depending on how fast your computer is and those type of things, but it can take several minutes. Okay, so the installation is complete. It asks me if I want to start Oracle, so I'm going to click Finish. Okay, and I get the Oracle Virtual Machine VirtualBox Manager. Okay, now the first time that you open this up, you won't have anything in there. You won't have any files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click New, and I'm going to type in Linux for the name, then down here it says Linux. That's what I want to use. And then it asks me what version, and I'm using the 32-bit. So I'm going to click Next. And I'm within the recommended memory size, so I'm going to click Next. It asks me if I want to create a virtual hard disk now, and so I will say Create. I'm going to use a VirtualBox disk image. Click Next, and you can choose either one. You can go dynamically allocated or fixed size. I'm not worried about running out of room on my hard drive, so I'm going to choose dynamically allocated. I want to have a a virtual hard disk, so that way if I'm creating files or adding users to the network or things like that, I'm able to do that. So I'm going to click Next. It asks me what I want the name of the folder to be, and it asks how much space. So I'm going to click Create. And now I have my operating system here, and I'm going to be ready to start. Okay, now when my folder comes up, it asks me what I want to use as a startup disk. So this is where the file that I had earlier comes into play. I'm going to go to Desktop, and I'm going to select the file that I downloaded, and I'm going to click Start. And sometimes when you come in here, it will say this kernel requires the following features not present, and it says PAE. So what happens in this case, don't panic, you just click Close. I'm just going to say power off the machine, and I'm going to right click over here on my operating system Linux, and I'm going to go to Settings, and then I'm going to go to System and Processor, and I'm going to enable PAE-NX, and I'm going to click OK. And now I can go back up to Start, and then it'll start to boot up the operating system Linux. Okay, and again, on my machine this is running really slow to load up, and there's a little bit of a lag even with the mouse, but I'm just kind of pausing and fast forwarding this, or pausing this and restarting it as we go through, so you don't have to sit through several minutes of watching this. So when this screen comes up, it gives me a couple of options. And I'm going to have English, and I'm going to say try Ubuntu. Okay, so now we have Linux opened up running inside the Oracle VM VirtualBox environment. It gives you a little launcher that shows keyboard shortcuts and those kind of things. And then you'll notice as you're in the graphic interface, you have all these different things that you can navigate through. So you can go to your files. There's a file browser there, or I'm sorry, a internet browser, Firefox. They have some programs on there that are real similar to Microsoft Office, LibreOffice. They have a word processing, a calculator, type spreadsheet thing, a software center that's kind of like a store where you can download apps and those kind of things. And what you can do is up at the top you can search for anything that you want to. So if I'm looking for the terminal that we were using before, and again this is kind of laggy with my screen capturing software, but it'll show them here. You can add files or folders over here to the side on your little navigation pane. It puts it inside there, and then to open up your folders you can double click on it, or your files you can double click on them, and then they'll open up in their separate windows. So here's your terminal. So again, this tutorial showed how to install the VM VirtualBox and how to install Linux to be able to run through a simulated environment on your computer. Thanks for watching, and be sure to send some feedback.